My 5-year-old was so upset because the cartoons she watched did not look the same as the film. Everything wrong with modern cinema. Completely destroying childhood memories. Disney ruined the Snow White of my childhood. It almost made me cry in the theater. This is not the Snow White from my childhood. Trash. Absolutely atrocious. As a grizzled movie critic with a nose for trash. Wait, did I write this? Why are they doing this? I've seen Steven Seagal movies better than this. Well, I guess we're doing this. For years now, we've been learning so much about this movie against our will. For years, we've seen Peter Dinklage saying how Disney better not cast any little people. For years, we've heard how Rachel Zegler loves Snow White, but also thinks it's really stupid.
Digging. Bro, this has been considered one of the single worst Disney films of all time.
Which, like, what a thing to say about the movie you're gonna be in, though. You know what I mean? But even beyond that, all this hullabaloo of everyone being so upset about this movie is literally the funniest thing, okay? Because, like, as if any of you have ever had a single thought about freaking Snow White. I mean, it is kind of funny how they took literally the only thing about the character and got rid of it. All right, so who is Snow White? She has, like, really pale white skin? Okay, well, we definitely can't have that. But even...
That's kind of funny.
And more hilarious is everyone clamoring on about how Disney is besmirching the sanctity of Snow White. As if any of you ever cared until now. Like, guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but Snow White is not real. But okay, so the movie came out to rave reviews, and now that I can finally make a video about it, I wanted to take a step back away from all the easy dunks and ask
pale people
the question on its own:
Bro,
is Snow White
no representation
good?
for pale
Actually,
people.
I mean, the movie did so bad that Disney has halted all current live-action remakes, even the Hercules one, inspired by TikTok.
That sucks, bro. Rachel Zegler ruined all Disney movies.
Thank goodness for that. But okay, let's talk about Snow White. Wait. Oh no, it's the people who comment on my videos. I saw your Encanto video, Alex. You think you can just make fun of my favorite billion-dollar company's commercial products and get away with it?
Be so awesome. You know why they canceled it? JoJo Siwa was going to be Rapunzel Drake. They would have ruined it.
Yeah?
You thought wrong.
No, wait, hold on a second. See, it's just a live-action Snow White movie this time. I see.
Bro.
The council has granted you permission.
Count on.
This time.
I feel like Disney lately is like, what's the worst decision we can make? This would be probably what we shouldn't do, sir. Do it! No, hell no, for real.
But before that, really quick, this video is brought to you by Slash Had It For You. Of course, you can time for fun those departments who do set up today.
Once upon a time, there was a peaceful kingdom ruled by a virtuous queen and king. One winter's night, a blizzard swept through their land, but leaving them a most precious gift. A princess was born.
Wait, so the snow brought them a baby? Yeah, you know, my sister tried running that same exact line back in high school. So in this remake, Fairest of Them All refers to Snow White being really nice, and not about how she has the same sickly, hermetic complexion of someone who never goes outside except when the Uber Eats comes, like me. So the movie starts off with a song about how there's like gems in the ground, and then Snow White's like, yeah, it's cool, my dude, think maybe you could back up a little bit, please? But one day, the queen falls ill and passes away, leaving just the king and Snow White. But then, everything changes. Again.
Got chicken? Nah. It's poor man's spaghetti.
An enchanting woman from a far-off land appeared at the palace.
I love that
An enchanting woman from a foreign land?
I'll be 10.
Yeah, sign me up. Oh, it's just Gal Gadot.
Dog, it is summer. Gal Gadot's in this movie? Where's Unc, bro? Unc is Gal Gadot's #1 stan.
Never mind.
So great was her beauty that it seemed to grant her powers beyond the ordinary. She married the king.
So great was her beauty.
She was not what she appeared. She
How tan they are. Yeah, you're pretty pale, too.
Wow, the typecasting in this movie is crazy. So what ends up happening is the king marries this foreign woman, and she convinces him to go to war with the Southern Kingdom. But he never comes back, which leaves her as the new queen, and Snow White is just, like, shut away forever.
As the years passed, the people nearly forgot there ever was a princess named Snow White.
Listen, I'm here for it.
We're the good.
You know, it's kind of funny how, like, the reception of this movie was so...
I'm not trying to hate, but Rachel Zegler is chopped. Not her, for real. She's just chopped. There's no way around it, bro.
So bad. And this haircut is so goofy looking that
like, she looks like Lord Farquaad.
Everyone kind of forgot that Rachel Zegler is like one of the hottest human beings to ever exist.
Like a brat walking inside.
This movie did her so dirty. Now, one day, Snow White is doing whatever she does, and that's when she just so happens to run into a boy in the castle. Bleh, cooties, gross.
The roll at all.
I'm
You
sorry.
wanna know who she reminds me of? Like, she reminds me of this picture right here. Like, this is just Rachel Ziegler to me, bro. I don't know why they don't look alike, but they just give the same energy. You know what I mean? Like, yes.
Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I'm looking for some peanut butter to suck through a
Why the fuck do his eyes look like that?
straw so I can work out my job.
Is this a CGI human or a real person?
You know what I'm saying? You got any chain link fences I can chew on? Dude, look at me. I don't need facial hair to hide my weak chin. So this thief guy and Snow White start talking for
He's
a bit,
cooked.
as people do sometimes.
Was that
or
a
so
real
I'm told.
person?
I'm gonna have to ask you to put those back.
I would, but it seems like the Queen has plenty already.
Oh,
You really think the people upstairs want to share with people like us?
well, the princess would. All she does is think of how to help her people.
Oh, well, then you should let her know. At some point, it might be useful for her to stop thinking, maybe start doing.
But I shared a post on Facebook.
Shut
What else
up.
could I possibly do? So the thief guy escapes, and Snow White goes to talk to the queen about how the people are starving, and she should maybe kind of like share some food or something. And then she's like, ew.
One is weak, useless, fragile. The other, hard, unyielding, everlasting, flawless. Look at yourself. Isn't this what you want? Go on. Speak to your people.
You know, it really is inspiring how Gal Gadot got a star on the
Damn.
Hollywood Walk of Fame for having the acting chops of a high school sophomore. I mean, hey,
Yeah, she really can't act, bro. The only person I've ever heard that's like, yo, Gal Gadot's lit is Unk.
your dreams, kids. So, Snow White is reminded of how powerless she is, and so she sings one of the new songs in the movie, Waiting on a Wish. And like, I gotta say, the lyrics are really corny, but as far as Disney powered ballads go, like, this song's actually pretty awesome.
I want to
saw a lot
know
of
who
people
she
saying that-
fucking to get in all these movies. Like, who's Gal Gadot? Whose dick is she sucking? Because I'm trying to suck that dick, bro. I'm trying to make a couple mil to be a mediocre actor in a couple movies.
The songs are trash, but like, I don't know about all that. Some of them sound pretty good. Anyway, so as per the Snow White story, the queen goes into her magic mirror room and asks the mirror who's the fairest one of all.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty.
No way they copied Shrek.
But wait, a lovely maiden I now behold.
This is 87 billion. I heard it lost billions. The mirror be
Is this dude
lying.
up like 2 packs a
copied
day or
Shrek.
something? This dude sounds like he hangs out at gas stations for fun. But as you can imagine, the queen is none too thrilled about this, and she sends a huntsman, whatever that is, to go take Snow White apple picking so he can, hold on, what am I allowed to say now? Control, Alt,
But now Rachel Ziegler is gonna be in the next Avengers movie too.
delete her.
Take Snow White far into the
1990.
forest. Find
Disney
a secluded
failed.
glade where she can pick apples.
What? Yeah. She's gonna be in I don't remember. It might not be Avengers. She's gonna be a superhero in a Marvel's movie.
And there,
No
kill
way.
her.
Majesty, she's just a
The
girl.
fuck?
And I'm your queen.
And so he tries to do that, but obviously doesn't go through with it, or else this will be a really short movie.
What is Lord Farquaad doing this shit? Is not her thing. Yeah, bro, and she has like probably the worst personality to ever exist. I'm dead. Should be an ogre dang twins for real.
Wait, what? What is his face? What, Snow White?
Imagine you're about to die and this is the face you make, dog.
Wait, what? What is his face? What, Snow White? No. What happened? Anyway, so he lets her go and she runs into the dark magic forest full of evil arthritis trees and gets rescued by some cute little animals like this little turtle? Look at this little man. Look at how happy he is. What's that like? And so all these little tennis balls on strings take her to a cute little cottage where she breaks in and falls asleep. This, of course, is where the movie introduces us to the dwarves.
Oh, never mind, never mind. The next movie she's about to be in was the new Hunger Games coming up. Oh, that's crazy. Another movie ruined.
When did they
Declined.
Oh my.
Gesundheit.
Why, thank you.
Why didn't they just use real little people? Why do they use these creepy CGI dwarfs?
You know what I'm allergic to? This sorry sack of charts.
And like this chat GPT like script and these AI voices.
No.
Insane.
No, my goodness. What happened?
Shut it, Grumps.
Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho.
I love the Hunger Games. Not anymore.
No, let's make it stop. Let's all take a moment and just look at this for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. This is all
Pretty
Peter
fucking
Dinklage's fault,
terrible.
by the way, okay? We could have had regular looking people. You know, heaven forbid people with dwarfism get paid union work, am I right? Is this any better? This is just a convention of every sleep paralysis demon I've ever had. These dudes look like the nightmare puppets from Lazy Town. It's just
That's
so weird how like the
crazy.
animals are very cartoony and very cute,
Hungry
right? Like the deer is
Games,
literally
I
just
know.
Bambi. But the dwarves are more on the realistic side, so they just look horrendous.
Like what is this, dog? Why is his head the shape of a squash?
Like Dopey is just some
That is terrifying, dog. He looks like Dobby and the kid from Mad TV.
dude. Anyway, so they all come home from working in the mines and there's a girl in their bed?
To say that. Uncanny Valley.
No, I get it, Snow White. I mean, I had the same reaction like 15 seconds ago. But once they calm down, everyone's like, hello,
All
what's all this?
smashing pumpkins.
Well, where did you come from? Are you hungry? Can we be friends?
Do you have Snapchat? What's your Discord? What's your favorite Sonic game?
Parents always said this forest was a magical place.
And I've always said that humans cause nothing but trouble.
Okay, see, now you're speaking my language. But like, it's not even just the fact that the faces are terrifying, but
That's
also
dudes
the
on
animation in
GTA,
general
bro, when they
is so
see a girl.
janky. Like, how did this get approved? This looks so bad. Anyway, so while this is all going on, the queen thinks Snow
Let's do
White is
Discord.
in the recycle bin.
Bro, I've had people DM me like asking for my
So once again,
disc.
she goes to the mirror and she's like, hey, so like, do you still think I'm hot?
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Far beyond the castle wall, somewhere in the woods dwells Snow White.
My dude, what are you doing? Stop snitching. Make something
Yeah,
up.
bro.
And so the queen's like, harumph, and sings a song about being evil and hot or whatever. Remember back when Gal Gadot and all the other celebrities like cured COVID by singing Imagine by
Bro, she did not fit this character. None of them did, bro. Like, nowadays, bro, they don't cast people based off who's gonna play the character the best. They cast people off by their name. What a buzzword, what's gonna bring in more people. And for a while it worked. Like, fucking Chris Pratt was in every goddamn movie there for a while. And what's his face? Jack Black and Jason Momoa and Chris Evans or whatever. And now it's just like people are just sick of it, bro.
by John Lennon.
She was a bad
And
Wonder
then
Woman too.
all of our problems were solved. Anyway, so Snow White keeps hanging out with all the dwarves and everyone's getting to know each other.
I forgot getting along could be so much fun.
I forgot we had an oven in here.
Well, when I was a little girl, every day was like this.
Yeah, okay, I was a 90s kid too, Snow White. Like, come on, you ain't special. Also, I love how Snow White just can't stop trauma dumping on everyone she meets. Everyone's all singing and dancing,
Nice.
making merry,
I'm
having a
not
good
sure.
time, and then
What
she's
up,
like,
Jeff?
When I was a little girl, every
We're
day
making fun
was
of
like
Rachel
this.
Ziegler, bro.
Every
Just
day?
in time.
Every day. When my father was king.
yeah, okay, everyone's having a
This
good
is
time right now, Snow White, all right?
terrifying.
Let's try reading the room, huh? Anyway, so for some reason, Snow White decides to go look for her dad
Cringe.
because, like, the bandit thief guy from earlier said that he steals in the name of the king or
Terrible
something. And so
actress.
she sets out to find him and runs right into him
My
like 20
favorite
seconds
thing
later.
is make fun of people, especially when it's justified. So like, none of the story is the same other than there being dwarfs and her name is Snow White. Everything else is completely different. Okay.
Don't say a word.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like this dude lives in a forest, right? How is he
Been
so baby
documentary
bottom
shows,
smooth face
basically.
like this? This guy should look like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
I'm actually looking for my father, hoping you might be able to help me.
Well, I'm so sorry
Good
at
to
this
go
point.
for a new version then.
You must have mistaken me for a night.
Bro, is this guy CGI? Is this a real human? I can't tell, bro. His face is weird. He looks young but old. It's creeping me out, dog. This dude is, I don't know, bro. He's got like big ears, a weird big chin. Bro, is this a real person? Is this an actor?
Knight in shining armor.
This is
was
also,
hoping you might know something.
Oh, of
I
course.
don't know, AI.
Princesses are always waiting for a prince to show up.
Wink, wink, hey, he's not a prince like in the original movie. This ain't your grandma Snow White.
Hands up.
Pennywise
Step away
eyes.
from our captain, and no harm will come to you.
You're just a common criminal.
My name's Jonathan, Princess. Not Jonathan, Princess. Just Jonathan. Princess.
That was so fucking funny. Ah, ah, woo. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Look. You seem...
You know, we're all poking fun about this face, but like this dude makes the same exact
Bro, holy fuck. Making me want to end it all.
face for like half of the movie. It's an epidemic, I tell you what. Anyway, so long story
Bro
short, the
got
queen
locked,
sends guards to
y'all.
find Snow White, but
He's the
with help of
Crimson
bandits and her own
Chin.
ingenuity, she escapes. Long
Wait,
story
is that
short,
Key and
the queen
Peele?
sends guards to find Snow White, but with the help of the
Is that Key from Key and Peele?
bandits and her own ingenuity, she
He's
escapes.
tripping, he's
However,
sounding like
Captain Adam's
Discord
apple over here
mod.
takes a cross
I'm John Princess. Oh, not John Princess, but I'm John.
bolt for her, and she takes him back
Yes,
to the forest to try
Alina,
and save.
bro. Stop with all the AI CGI bullshit. Just fucking make the shit. That's what made Star Wars so great. Made Indiana Jones so great. Lord of the Rings. Even though it had a little bit of CGI.
Of his life.
Like this movie is 95% CGI.
Furnace to cut through the bedrock.
The Mummy,
then drill
yes.
to the fissure core. Added a
Thank you.
pulsar too. A dose of acetum saturninum. Acid
The
of
accent is
sulfur
so good. It's
dulcify.
my Baltimore
Yeah, okay,
accent.
you had a lot of fun at Coachella, we get it. And so the bandit is saved, and now the humans and dwarves are best friends.
Ruining movies.
Hot milk.
Like she's literally just sitting in her room, bro, reading a
helps me
prompt. to
Yeah,
move.
thanks. I'm not really in the mood for dwarf milk right now. Now, remember back when Rachel Zegler said that the movie
What's
is
in the
totally,
milk?
definitely not about Snow White falling in love?
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it.
That is not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
Well, guess what happens anyway?
Bro, this is how I look at fucking So Delicious. So I look at the fucking Coke Zero in my fridge. What the fuck?
Oh, the power of having
Don't
two.
look directly at her like dreaming about true love. Fuck. Yeah, bro. Okay. I don't want to speak for women here, but what's wrong with about like dreaming about true love? A man who treats you right and takes care of you and protects you. What's so bad about that? She's like, this isn't about love. What? Are you kidding? True love and finding your life partner? Bro, okay. Chat, this is the only real thing you'll ever experience in life besides this community and the love I have for you guys. Finding your real life partner, growing up together, experiencing your life together, going on an adventure together, and having a family. Everything comes and goes, but raising a child, getting married, and having an intimate bond, going through trials and tribulations together, ups and downs, thick and thin, is the only thing. Nothing wrong with that. I know they think everything is a fairy tale, to be honest. Like, dreaming about true love. Where are these men? I mean, shit, I'm right here, dog. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. Is her dress even real? Oh my god, bro. And listen to this. So this is where her big controversy came from. She said, and she protested, she wanted a portion from Netflix, from each movie theater, from each place that played this movie. She said she should get a portion of every single stream. Even though she got paid millions of dollars to act in it. That was where her real controversy came in. Good for him. But just let faith takes you.
Conversations in
Hell
a chin like
no.
Farquaad. But like seriously though, you guys have barely spoken to each other this whole movie? Sarcastic comment. Witty response. But then like right after
Sans in
this,
here.
somehow, for some reason,
Jeb, we need to watch that for next movie night. I haven't seen Mission Impossible yet. They
the
slammed the
bandit
door in
not
her
prince
face.
guy gets
Insane.
captured by the queen's
Yeah, she even went to like a protest. It was crazy. She's like, if I'm gonna stand there all day in this big dress, like, she goes, I deserve a portion of every single stream.
guard.
In
and
a
they take him
few
to the castle.
days, hell yeah. Oh, petty. You can look up the interview, bro. It's like
You
the
look
most
familiar.
pompous thing I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah. The lady with the good potatoes.
Where is Snow White?
The same place as your acting skills. So, with no other choice left, the
It
queen
didn't
uses
get
her dark
paid.
hot girl magic to turn into an ugly old lady and make a poison apple to
That's
give to Snow
crazy.
White, who she just like knows where she is.
Jonathan?
She's got this. No one is paying you for that. Go home.
I'm
So she knew her Snow White. She could have done this the whole time.
sorry, my dear.
Brother,
Did I frighten you?
You know who?
No, I was expecting someone else.
I mean, like, the guards were looking for days and found nothing, but then the queen's just like goes to the cottage. This movie could have been over in 5 minutes the whole time.
I know I don't have much to give.
Thank you.
I bet the apple is CGI.
For him. For your father.
And then Snow White expires horizontally, or whatever. And that's the end of the movie. Thanks for watching, everybody. Anyway, so the bandit guy just can't stay away from this haircut for 1
Biggest
second
hope
longer.
false,
So
I
he
think
breaks out of the prison
the better
and rushes
live.
back to
Actually,
find out
Disney's
that he's too
Beauty.
late to save Snow
Pinocchio.
White. And then
Beauty
guess what
and the Beast
happens?
was good. Hermione was lit in that movie. Weak ass kiss. She felt so slow. Better actor.
Wait, you thought I was dead, so you made out with me? That's weird.
That is
Not gonna be saved by the prince.
She's not gonna be saved by the prince.
She's not
Why
going to be
she
saved by a handsome
lied?
prince. She's going to
Hermione
be
is
saved by
queen.
some mid-looking dude who lives in a forest. See? Totally different. Different movie. And so the end of the movie is Snow White returning to
heard
the town,
that.
and everyone's like, whoa. And she's like, whoa. And then the queen comes out and makes a diamond dagger for some reason.
If you want the throne,
Take it.
I don't need a sword. I have the power of friendship. And then the queen's like, her, and the guard's like, her.
I have
and
the
then Snow
power
White's
of
like,
God
"Hmm,"
and
and then she
anime.
appeals to everyone's inner humanity or something.
Paul, you were a farmer. Matthew, you were a baker. I remember you. All of you.
I said enough.
There was a time where we lived with hope. Good things were nurtured and allowed to grow.
Yeah, guys, remember when we had Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon back-to-back every Saturday morning on Fox
You were a
Kids? I didn't know how
baker.
good I had it. And so the queen's magic is broken. Everyone in town seizes the means of production, and the queen is kind of perturbed about all this and runs away.
She will always be more fair than thee.
Bro, this is literally about who's more beautiful. What amazing.
You lie!
Irking me. Amazing acting skills. You lie! You lie!
You know, I gotta say though, this part here with the queen is so cool. The visual artistic direction of everything to do with the queen is really awesome. Like her outfits, the chambers, the mirror room, the whole ending scene here. Like this was all wasted on such a mediocre movie. Whoever did all this was working way above their pay grade. But all the same, that's the end of the movie.
Twirling her coochie hairs. Twirling your coochie hair alone, sweetheart.
So, like, obviously, this score is just people on the internet being dumb.
They're
And
fighting
honestly,
with
I
my
even think the
hair.
critic score on Rotten Tomatoes is a bit low. Like, not that it's a great movie, but I didn't think it was this bad. As many people before me have said,
Maleficent.
Gal
I
Gadot's
like
outfits are
Maleficent.
incredible. And there's some really cool visuals in some parts. But then we have stuff like this,
You're
which,
so
like, I haven't been
weird.
able to sleep for about a week and a half now. But, like, as for the movie itself, you know, it's extremely paint by numbers. No character has
Who do we
any
think
arc
should
or
do her?
development of any kind. They just are. Except Dopey, who's, like, too
Selena
shy to talk the
Gomez.
whole movie, but then he finally finds the courage to speak his truth.
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant. My uncle
What
Junior
the
works
fuck?
there, who is a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not. He went from Catholic to Jehovah.
But all the same, this movie did so bad in theaters,
Yeah,
and Disney's
Drake's
halted
bullying
production
me,
on its
dog.
upcoming Tangled and Hercules remakes. So who knows what the future
What a
of all this is gonna be.
slave.
And like, obviously for the sake of my YouTube channel, I hope they keep pumping out this garbage, but for the sake of my soul though, like, I
love
don't
this
know how much
audio.
more I can take. So yeah, like, my honest, actual thoughts here is like, I don't think this movie is nearly as bad as everyone's
Shut the fuck up. It was terrible.